Unlike the whiskey sour, which pretty much dominates the whole whiskey cocktail kind of world, the rum sour isn't that popular at all. But I'm here today to try and change that, to try and change your perceptions. Because like the rum old fashioned that we did in the last video, there is so much scope to riff about, to play about, to come up with different kind of rum sour variations. Now, to be honest, I can't actually recall ever asking for a rum sour or ordering a rum sour when I've been out in a pub or a bar, mainly because it's not been on a menu. I don't think I've ever seen a rum sour on a cocktail menu. But that's the thing. That's not to say that any bar or bartender couldn't actually make it. In fact, like the whiskey sour, the amaretto sour, or gin sours, whatever, tequila sours, whatever kind of sours you're going for, the ingredients are pretty much staple for any pub or bar, and for you guys at home, to be fair. So much like the Daiquiri, the Mojito, the Cuba Libre, the old fashioned, the rum fashioned, if you walked up to a bar and asked for the cocktail, any bartender should be able to make it for you. And if I was to go to cocktail snob mode or bar snob mode, do you know what? If I went into a bar and asked for a rum sour and they said, oh, we can't do that, I would have a very dim view of the bartender and the actual bar. Now, after I've shown you how to make the rum sour, I'm going to be talking about fun variations and fun flavour riffs that you can kind of make up, add to your menus, impress your friends and family at home, whatever. So your homework in the video, dive into the comments below. After you've watched the next bit that's coming up, let me know what fun flavour riffs that you would kind of knock up. What would you put on your menus and what would you do to try and impress your friends? So let's dive in and make this cocktail. It's a shaken cocktail. We start off with the rum. No rhyme or reason why I've gone for this, but Havana 7-year-old would be a great rum for this, but any rum will do. So we're going for a 60ml double bubble of your favourite rum. We then go for some sugar, and I'm just going for, this is Monin's. I've really got to do a taste difference, taste comparison between all the different sugar syrups I've got, but this is Monin's cane sugar, whatever, gum, normal sugar, whatever you've got. 15ml, half an ounce of sugar syrup. We are then going for some lemon juice. I don't know whether you can see it in the corner. I was feeling left out of my membership community. They've all got proper juices, so I got a proper juicer in there. We're going for 30ml, 1 ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. We then want some bitters. These are just Angostura bitters, decanted. And I'm just going for 2 dashes of these. And then the final ingredient is your egg white. Now I've got an egg there. I'm not going to use egg. I never use egg. You guys, although I have kind of transitioned and swapped kind of audiences a little bit, if you haven't seen these before, my other brand that I use is in the Drink Stuff studio these days, the Magic Velvet Foamers. So for the time being, I'm going back to these, Miss Better's Miraculous Foamers. These mimic an egg white. All you need for these is kind of about a third of a pipette. It won't change the taste, it won't in that sort of sense. It's vegan friendly, dairy free if you don't want to use an egg, but in it, you know, if you want to use an egg, basically an egg white of a medium sized egg, or if you've got very large eggs like that, then that will make 2 cocktails. But Miraculous Foamers there, a third of a pipette. And then we dry shake as we would do if we were using an egg to emulsify the cocktail. So a good 5-second dry shake. When that's all nice and foamy, which it is, we're going to top up with some ice cubes. And then we're going to chill down. Good normal power shake for 10 to 12 seconds. Right, so when that's all properly cold, by the magicals of editing, what you haven't seen is I've actually made 2 of these because I want to demonstrate 2 different serves. The first serve, fresh ice if you want to do fresh ice, especially if you're in pubs and bars. If you're at home, the old dirty dump, shake and dump. Or if you want to go all fancy and serve, I've got a Tiki Mai Tai coupe here, and you can just double strain. And I actually kind of like double straining sours. Gives it an even smoother kind of finish. And then to garnish, go one of 2 ways. You could go for the whole orange peel on top of a martini or a coupe glass, express the oils there if you want to. Or you could go for a wedge of orange there on top of that. And then just because I think sours work very well with like your maraschino cherries. And to be honest, it's just an excuse in it, like a maraschino cherry as well. And, you know, that tastes gorgeous. It's velvety, smooth, luxurious. Look, the egg white. I know people get all funny. Oh, I don't want to use egg white. You'll never taste the egg white if you do use that, or the foamers, but it just gives that whole different mouthfeel. It makes the cocktail. So I urge you to try it. There are plenty of replacements there. You just want something that's going to give you that luxurious kind of velvety, cuddles your insides as it goes down. It's a stunning cocktail. Don't forget as well, I like them with that little bit of citrusy edge to it. But if you want it a bit sweeter, add a bit more sugar. It's that simple. Now let's look at the obvious riffs here. Pretty much like the rum fashioned, any rum will kind of work here. Any rum that you see behind me, including flavour rums. But can you imagine a coconut rum sour? And then we get onto the sugar riffs as well. Like the rum fashioned, you can play about with all these different kind of flavoured sugars in a rum sour. We've got vanilla, we've got orgeat, I like an almond, marzipan syrup essentially. We've got cinnamon, we've got, I don't know which way round these are, maple spice, we've got honey, and I've cracked out a different one here. We've got the macadamia, they could be fun, but we've also got the muscovado sugar syrup as well. Any of those are gonna be amazing. And then we've got liqueurs. Hell, I haven't even spoken about liqueurs in cocktails up to this point in our little journey, apart from how to stock your bar. I mean, Giffard's is my go-to here. We've got vanilla, we've got pineapple, we've got banana, we've got my favourite, the sexy framboise de Rance, kind of like a tayberry's gorgeous. Apricot ginger. We could even go falernum. Simply adding 15ml into that isn't going to ruin your cocktail at all. 15ml of your favourite liqueur will just kind of create something awesome. And then, like I did in the rum fashion video, I get my spitters out to play. You know, I've got loads and loads of different bitters, and they all add like different quirky flavours. I've got my Angostura bitters there, essentially. My pineapple star anise, herbistoras like pineapple aromatic bitters, and like a Pernod effect or absinthe. I've got my Elemanculi, that's just those Elemanculi tiki bitters decanted there. Coffee bitters, cinnamon bitters, almond bitters, grapefruit bitters, lemon bitters, orange, chocolate, you name it. Any combination like that would be amazing. And I'm going to do some fun riffs for you now. Now I've quickly put together 5 fun riffs for you to try these. Oh, really, really good. Spur of the moment, completely spur of the moment. Wasn't planned. I've written them down now. First up, orgeat syrup and pineapple and star anise. This is gorgeous. The rum is same as the rum fashioned. I've just gone with the Santiago de Cuba, the 11-year-old there. It's perhaps not it's a great rum, but it's perhaps not a rum I'm going to use that often. So I'm going to use it for stuff like this. This is gorgeous. You know, it's just a fun pineapple, because of the bitters, the pineapple and star anise bitters, but a fun pineapple and almond kind of rum sour is absolutely glorious. Next up, a bit crazy, apricot liqueur, vanilla sugar syrup, and my Elemanculi tiki bitters, so cinnamon, allspice notes. I'm a massive fan of apricot anyway. That is a cash converter. I like that word, cash converter. Pubs, bars, you are going to sell tons of that. It's just super well balanced, fun, the citrus element to it, it's just really good. Next up, honey. Honey syrup, banana liqueur, and chocolate bitters. I'll be honest, I went a bit heavy on the chocolate bitters in that one. But the honey and banana, you know, they're a combination that just works together. And the honey, banana and chocolate. Can you imagine that? A honey, chocolate and banana kind of rum sour. You know, how is that not going to impress friends, families and people in your pubs and bars? How is it not? Next up, possibly my favourite out of the bunch. Maple spice, so nothing crazy in here, he says. Maple spice and just Angostura bitters. And I really, really like that. It's just understated. Maple kind of hits you. That's really, really good. That surprised me. I thought, you know, I just threw that in there, but that might be my favourite out of the bunch. I like that. And then last off, completely crazy, from kind of normal-ish maple and Angostura to a little bit off the wall. Muscovado sugar syrup and hibiscus bitters. So a little bit of floral edge with a kind of rich syrupy kind of sweetener. And I have to say, not my favourite, but it works. It does work. I think the hibiscus with maybe a lighter sugar syrup might have been a fun way to go. But you know, that just goes to prove what you can and can't do with rum sours. So as I said, just before I dived into making them, what have you got in your lockers? Hit me up in the comments below. What combinations have you made already? What combinations would you like to try? If you run a pub or a bar, let me know what your big sellers are, because that's what I'm all about. I'm just here to try and give you inspiration, help you on your rum journey, give you inspiration. So there we go. Look, now that we've kind of finished our kind of basic rum cocktails, now it's time to get a bit fun, a bit fruity, and we go up a level on our rum journey. So coming up in the very next video, the Queen's Park Swizzle.